Hey, good morning, everybody. The CR&E Morning Brew. It is June 23rd, 2022. You guys hear me okay? Let's see who we got in here. We got John Manicki. Good morning. Did you get it early this week? Good, okay. Yeah, I just cannot seem to get early enough on Thursdays anymore. I don't know what the hell the deal is. Gabriel Darrell, good morning. Always good to see you in here, buddy. Assuming you're working today. Uh, Dave from Carolina, Foothill Railroad. Good to see you. I thought I saw, there he is, John Scully Kill. Good morning. Norfolk and Western Railroad man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Rummy Rail. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming in. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. So as you can see, I'm outside on the deck today. It's just a nice morning. Enjoying my coffee. That was part of the problem, trying to get all that set up out here. Set everything up last night in the house, and then decided this morning, last minute, I wanted to come out. Is it okay? I kind of get the sun kind of coming in on the side over here, I guess it would be. So, see my lovely garage behind me. It's either that garage or my neighbor's garage, one of the two you get to see. That's a little better. Maybe the sun won't be as bad in that position. Let's maybe go this way. There we go. How's that? Better, worse? That's really weird. The camera is looking straight at me, and the garage is off to my side over there. Oh well, good enough for government work. All right. Assuming everybody can hear me and see me. Hey, Gary, LSDP 45. Seen a lot of CSX in South Carolina. Jackson's Atlantic Coastline Railroad. That's cool. Is that where you live, or is that you were on vacation or something, weren't you? In Myrtle Beach, I believe. Okay, thanks, John. Always can count on John to let me know if I'm sounding okay or not. Uh, and John, two John. I don't know which one's John 1, John 2. There's so many Johns. John's, Dave's, plenty of them in these streams. Wilmer, good morning, buddy. How you feeling today? It was too nice outside. I couldn't sit in the basement. Couldn't do it. At some point, though, I may have to go find an extension cord and plug the laptop in. If we go long enough today, we end up having a marathon. So, yeah, very good. So, oh, Joe Rader. Hey, buddy. Missed you. Good to see you in there as well. So, let's see. Uncle Wilmer, good morning. Okay. Back. Get some sort. Oh, what you printing, Dave? On the printer. Still gonna get with you at some point and get all the information on the printer you have. I still want to get I guess it'd be a resin printer for 3D printing over the filament. I think I want to be able to do the more smaller detailed stuff. So I'm gonna bring somebody in today. You guys all know him. No grass cutting today. Oh, good for me. Bad for you. I don't know. You guys get backed up on that when it rains. You guys all know him, but he just had surgery, so he's in from his hospital bed. Let's bring in this knucklehead, see how he's feeling. All right, stand by. Well, well, well. That's not so pretty. What's going on, Artie?
No. Okay.
How you how you feeling, buddy?
So, let me get this. The mind doesn't want to do the thing that I want to do. Do you? Yeah. Hello, everyone. I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat from here. Uh,
Yeah, that's all right, man. I'll read it to you.
yeah.
Everybody's saying
Fingers crossed,
hi.
but
How are
yeah.
you feeling?
Oh, I was pretty sore before. I'm getting a little bit better though. The meds are
Yeah,
doing pretty good.
yeah, yeah.
Um, the operation went for nearly 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Um,
Surgery was 3.5 hours. Yeah,
yeah, it normally takes two, even about three. It's actually close to 4 hours. There's a lot of
yeah,
damage in there.
yeah.
Um,
Everything go okay though?
well, the surgeon feels confident, so he saw a few other little things in there too, because he goes in with the camera and he fixed all that up too while he's at it. So we're going to have to
Okay.
wait and see. But it's
All
going to be
right. Well,
a long recovery.
yeah, yeah. Well, even if there was no complications, it's a rough recovery on this on shoulders. It's rough, man.
Yeah,
Dave's printing some stuff this morning. Lots of random stuff. LP gas tanks, cars, water towers. Dude, you need to make a little website for yourself there, Dave, man, because I'd be interested in all of that stuff. Barn full of trains. Good morning. Everybody's just saying good morning to you, asking how you doing.
yeah. Hello, everyone. I should be, I'll be on stream on my normal stream on Saturday night, your time. Um,
Okay.
I might be a little bit late, depending on your meds. I haven't taken that many
Yeah.
painkillers this time, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, a real fan enthusiast. He says, good morning. Artie, what happened? Jeff's asking what you did. What you had surgery.
Yeah, I had surgery on my right shoulders as a result of an accident I had 2 years ago in Red.
Yeah.
Um, Hopefully, this is the last one.
Yeah.
Recover it and start working so I can buy more trains
Yeah,
or
right.
buy them.
John,
Buy the
John
accessories.
Benicki, John Benicki says make sure you do therapy like they tell you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Um,
Bruce, good morning, Bruce. Syracuse Ralph Fan Productions. Good morning. Sorry, I'm just gonna jump in and say good morning to these guys. Uh, he says, so are you pulling through? I don't know. We might have to put him down. Look at him. We have to do that. Yep.
yeah.
Well, hey, you're done with the surgery. You're on the mend now. You know how long are they gonna keep you in the hospital?
Just overnight, just to get me on observation.
Oh, okay.
Um, I should be home by lunchtime tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um, but at least here I don't have to worry about cooking, cleaning, or anything else like that. That's one thing that makes it hard when you're on your own. Like,
Yeah.
um, you don't have those
That's rough.
luxuries at home.
Yeah, because you're so
So,
limited. You really can't use that arm at all.
no,
So you
no.
gotta do everything one handed.
Yeah,
That's tough.
he doesn't want me to use it for at least, he doesn't want me to do any movement, limited movement in it for 2 weeks anyway.
Yeah. You got anybody that could come stay with you or come over help you out? You know, cooking, cleaning, things like that, or no? Friends, neighbors,
Well,
girlfriends.
I've got someone from the insurance coming once a week to do the house cleaning,
Okay.
and yeah, once a fortnight. But really, the whole system's so stingy. I mean, really, be good to have a cleaner come around at least twice a week, help with the dishes and the basics. So there's Daryl.
Daryl. Yeah.
How are you?
I think you meant sponge bath.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. Oh,
his luck, I would show up. That's his luck, Daryl. He gets some
okay,
big
well, I
ugly
don't
guy
have the
like me
private
give
room
him his
this
first
time.
bath.
I don't have the private room this time. I wished I did. Um,
Hey, Steve. Good morning. Was talking to Artie. Just got done with surgery on his shoulder. So I bring him in so we can see he pulled through and he's doing good. So who's
yeah.
bothering me? Oh, it's Dave. Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
You should post
I
a
had
link to
to,
that.
eh?
Dave from Carolina Foothills was printing some stuff, and he just sent me a couple pictures. You won't be able to see it on my phone. He's got some delivery vans, some LP tanks. What is that? Is that an air conditioning unit? I can't tell that. A motorcycle. Dude, that's sweet. Like, yeah, all those little, see all those little detail parts that we spend a stuff ton of money on, man. You know what I mean? And if you had a printer, yeah, it's an upfront cost, but if you had your own printer, number one, you can print all your own stuff. Number two, you can make a few pennies helping other guys out, and you know, yeah, Jeff, I
Um,
decided it was too nice out to sit in the basement. The basement gets cold with air conditioning on, and the funny thing is, like, I shut the vents down there because it's too cold in the basement with the air on. You need it on for the rest of the house. And I end up turning on the space heater sometimes when I'm down there because my legs get cold because it's a concrete floor and your feet are on the floor. So, yeah,
mm.
that's a rough surgery, Steve, that rotator cuff, man. I mean, you're basically in that sling, can't move it for a good couple of weeks, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you can't move that, yeah. But
But,
I had complications in recovery, just trying to settle down and getting out of recovery. I struggled a little bit there. Um, had a lot of phlegm and mucus in my throat, so that was the
no,
hard part. But yeah, just try and move around, just using the left hand side. But I don't want to overdo it because I had the left hand side done just
they,
over
they
12 months ago.
yeah, they put that tube down there probably for you to maintain your breathing while you're sleeping or while you're in surgery. So your throat will be
Uh,
sore for a day or two.
I don't know what they did.
They intubate you.
Um,
Sure, they put you under anesthesia, so they had to maintain your breathing.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, thanks. Just my little old backyard. Nothing fancy. You know, we got little tiny lots here. I think it's 120 by 50 or something around that. 50 wide by like 120 deep. But I built a nice big deck here. Turn the
Looks
camera real
better than
quick.
mine.
So we built. There's my little garage. Need to put a new roof on that. About 5 years ago, we built this back of the house. Built this deck, the grill. Sorry, it's a little dark. Put this. Here's the neighbor's house. The neighbor's driveway's right on the other side of that. And then 616 by 20 the deck. Me and my cousins built it. It's nice. It's nice. In fact, I'm on vacation this week. We bought a gazebo, one of those metal roof gazebos. I think it's 12
Mm,
by 10. So we're gonna put that out here. It has the screens and stuff. I leave it up all year round. I got something that could hold the snow load and everything, you know. And then when it gets a little cooler, we'll have has like those canvas curtains you could close and that kind of thing. Hey, good morning,
mm.
Vinny. How in the hell have you been? I have not seen or talked to you in a long time, buddy. Hope you're feeling well. I know you've been kind of in and out of the hospital and stuff yourself over the last year or two, man. Hope everything's well. Good to see you in here. Appreciate it. Just talking to Artie. Artie had rotator cuff surgery. Well, I guess it would be it would be yesterday, or was it this morning for you? Last night. What's
Last
the
night,
time changes?
last night your time, just as some of you guys were doing the daylight stream. I was 9 o'clock here, which was about 11 o'clock at night your time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
cool this
9.
morning. It's only 64 today. It's going to be about 77 today here, MHB Podunk. Um, it was 95 or something last couple of days.
Yeah, what it was. I don't know what it was during the day. This morning it was
Hello, Bernard. So we got Bernard, we got Kyle.
yeah,
How you guys doing?
this morning was 62. They finally started doing the jungle across the road in my place. They started to cut down the grass across the road.
Did they finally cut it?
They started to.
Oh,
Oh
good.
boy, wet. It's wet even with
Well, they
that.
said it was about head high.
Well, yeah, that's after you sunk into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Cal, he's
but,
doing okay. He just had surgery on his rotator cuff, so he's recovering in the hospital.
yeah, rotator cuff and also had the 14 tears up in my top of my shoulder done as well.
Yeah.
So let's just see that he's fixed it all up and got that nerve that goes up to my neck as well.
Yeah. Did they,
Yeah,
you said they did. Did they do a nerve block? Is that what you were saying? I missed that.
big fun.
Did they do a nerve block on you?
No, they're not on the block, but they fixed up some of the tears up
Oh,
on the lower section, just up in my neck area, or the shoulder area there. There's something like about 14 tears or something in
yeah.
there.
Yeah. They uh,
Um,
they do a lot of nerve blocks for our patients. Um, really helps a lot. They get you for the first 3 4 days. They call it like a it's called ropivacaine. It's a numbing medication, just like Novocaine when you go to the dentist.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it helps a lot. Gets you through that beginning couple days there. Norfolk and Western has 200 CS railroad spikes. Well, buddy, what are you gonna do with all those spikes? You could follow Pappy and from Treg Island. He's made me a couple of cup holders now with those spikes. Cuts them down, puts them in like a 1x6, and they're
mm,
pretty cool. If I was down in the basement, I'd show you them. But there, I did a video somewhere a ways back. You can see them. I don't know if I could find it while we're doing this, or if
yeah, that'd be pretty nice to be able
there's
to make those compounds. But I've got nowhere to hang them. I'm not allowed to hang anything on the walls.
oh
But,
well, yeah. I mean, that's the difference.
mm,
You have to patch them, probably. If you put anything on the wall, you have to patch it, wouldn't you? Just like if you're renting an apartment or something.
well, the only thing that I read, I mean, I can put hooks up there without having to put a nail in the wall, basically. But it's just when you take it off, it just leaves that square mark where the picture frame is. If that makes sense. Basically, the wall needs to be repainted. But it's a real estate agent that doesn't want me to have, is not allowing me to have stuff on the wall. Not the landlord, just the agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, but at least that knows for the time being, I'll be able to, while I'm recovering, I'll be able to start saving up a bit of components to do the layout. Um, when I recover, I've got him in stock and just bang, hit it. Because you know yourself, like, not everything comes in, becomes available all the time. And pick and grab, so I might as well get what I need now as I come along.
But yeah. Well, I'm glad you're through the surgery finally. Now you just a time to recover.
Yeah, yeah. The stuff has been pretty in here. Food's been pretty good. Well, hospital food. Um, it's basically a private. It's not the government hospital. It's a private hospital. stuff are preying. They
Yeah.
can't do enough. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So.
That's good.
mm,
John
Yeah.
Benecki said he
No.
didn't realize my roading was so tough. Everybody's going in for surgery or visiting the hospital. I
Mm.
think it's probably the age group of most of the modelers that has something to do with that too, John. You know, that's the bitch of it. You get older, and then all of a sudden, little by little, you got this little issue or that little issue. Hopefully they're little
But
issues and not major issues.
when you look at it, when you look at our age group and the older generation, particularly, and all the things we used to do when we were younger. We used to go out and play ball. We used to go play baseball. We used to go wrestle, tackling, all this other rough stuff on. Not, yeah, rough stuff when we were kids, right? We used to get, and we enjoyed it, but eventually that catches up down the track.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
you don't think
yes,
about it when you're a kid. You playing sports in high school or whatever, football, baseball, whatever it is. What do you call it? Soccer. Well, we call it soccer. You guys call it football, or you guys have rugby. That's a big one for you over there.
oh yeah, that's fun.
So
Tag team, yeah. And then we have what we call touch rugby or touch football. Instead of tackling like what we do, you should basically touch
yeah,
someone that's in tackle.
Hi,
Hello.
my name is Martha. I'm the night shift nurse.
Okay,
If you need anything, let me know.
I will do. Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm
Um,
Martha. I'm the night shift nurse.
yeah,
yeah.
so when you guys came in, um,
If you need anything,
uh,
please let me
what
know.
was I saying? Oh,
That's cool. They come
L,
in and check
L,
on you. Hey,
yeah,
Daryl was asking if Australia does statewide medical care, like a universal health
we have
care, free health
nationwide,
care. What's that?
nationwide,
Nationwide.
nationwide. It's under it's in a federal government form of what we call Medicare, and it's hard to explain, but the system is a lot better than the American system. The only time you really got to contribute into it is when your gross earnings over a certain amount. I think this certain amount is set about 100 grand at the moment a year.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but you still get
So
care
there's so
regardless
there's
of
so
what.
there's like a cap on it.
Yes.
Well, they're not gonna turn you away if
Things
you go
like
to the
that.
emergency room or nothing.
Well, you don't
You
have, if
hit
you
the
have an emergency, you don't have to worry about payment in the
yeah.
public system, right? If
Does
you
it
have
does that
or you have a
does that
stroke, whatnot, you go into the emergency. You don't have to worry about the bill,
yeah?
basically.
Is that for like is it like a certain income range or is it for anybody? Like if I know like
Anybody,
okay,
anybody.
I don't know if it was like certain incomes. If
Yeah,
you make
yeah.
over a
So
certain amount of money, are you not able to get it or what?
now there is a levy that you have to pay to a certain amount after you earned 100 grand if you used up your benefits, basically. For a single person got X amount of benefits, and as a couple, the family got X amount. So
Yeah.
I never had any dramas.
So I'm assuming that's all like through your tax base. So it's paid. I mean, you guys are
Yeah,
paying for it. You're just not paying for it
yeah,
like we pay for it. You're still paying for it through your taxes, I'm sure.
yeah.
It
But
just
now, if you have private, if you get private, then you get your faster medical treatment. You got um, you can go to private hospitals like what I even can have private rooms or whatnot.
hey Joe,
Um,
another
and when
Joe,
it
Joe
comes to
Daly.
your tax at the end of the year, you can claim your private tax as you get a rebate on it. You get something like
Oh, okay.
40 cents to a dollar, I think, or 60 cents to a dollar if you get private health insurance. Now,
Oh,
the
okay.
private health insurance, what that covers is the stuff that our basic Medicare doesn't. one thing our Medicare does not cover is dental.
Oh yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
cover that. Pretty much all the other basics they do cover to a certain point.
Yeah. Well, it's probably considered more. I don't know. I don't want to say cosmetic, but it's not. It's not cosmetic. How would you word that? Like even like our dental insurance it only covers so much. Like above and beyond type stuff. Like I had these caps done. They covered some of it, but not a lot of it. The insurance. I have pretty good insurance. I have to admit through the hospital. So
Mm.
probably better than a lot of people. But that's just because I work for a good hospital system. Um, but you don't have to carry dental. You don't have to carry eye. You don't have to carry any of it really.
You
But
see, with the Medicare, my eye tests are free, right? My hearing
you get
tests are
to
free through the
you
Medicare
get eye
system.
tests too.
Yeah, I'll get free eye tests, but they do not pay for the glasses
Yeah. See, same here.
unless
We
you
get, we get
are.
I think once a year we get the eye test, but the glasses. If you have the eye insurance, they cover so much, but not.
If you're on some sort of government benefit, like your unemployment benefit or a pension and whatnot, you're entitled to 2 free pairs of glasses a year.
Two. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you're under one of them system, on the government system, like the unemployed, you're entitled to get free dental work. That's very, very basic dental work as well. Um, go and get a teeth makeover, for example.
Yeah.
But when you've got unemployment benefits or even seniors benefit, your medication drops as well. You get session on your medical prices. The way our system works compared to what I've seen, what was going in South Carolina and up in Illinois and a few other states. We've got a very good system down in here.
But it sounds good. Sounds pretty good. It really does.
Hmm.
Let me see something. You know,
Could, could be
Vinny,
better.
Vinny, Vinny.
Could be better, but I mean,
Yeah.
when you
Well,
compare
so could everything.
hmm.
Everything could be better, right? Guess it could be
Yeah.
worse too. So I am just trying to catch up with the chat here, and well, Bernard
My wife
sees
did. I
getting
poured myself a
going.
drink.
You pour yourself a drink. I didn't know you could do that in there.
Oh yeah, we can do whatever we want. Hang on a minute. I just
Um,
closed incriminating evidence.
all right, just make sure you got pants on. We don't want to see none of that.
Hmm.
So, Vinny, forgive me, but I did not realize you were in the hospital. Nurse told me the COVID will be on me, even if feeling good. Does it go away? Yeah, it's kind of like I think everybody's different, obviously, and some of the symptoms can linger. Um, I think the main thing is all the symptoms that the fever and the chills and all that kind of stuff that most people experience when they're having the when they have COVID. Um, a lot of that will go away as you get better, but sometimes it'll linger. Like I had a mild case of COVID before Christmas. My whole family did. My wife and daughter and I both, all three of us, and I think I had like that. I had a dry cough that just lasted for 2 or 3 weeks, even after. But
It's it's the Ultravix that makes it
the
very bad.
the body aches, the feeling tired, even the loss of smell and that taste and smell can last a little bit. Um, hopefully the nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all those kind of other things like that, if you're having those, will go away. But I don't know. Again, like everybody's just so different, and if if you have other health issues, like I think you have, do you have COPD? Is that what you have? I know you had some breathing issues and that in the past. I don't know if it's just from being ill or whatever, but so you're definitely at a higher risk and may have more lingering effects from it. Good.
Yeah, let's see. I had it as well as everyone.
Virginia, Jerry? What's that already?
I had COVID too, just before I came in the hospital or volunteer or whatever, before I went to go to the US. And yeah, you might get over it. It's a side effect to anger.
Listen,
See,
yeah,
that
you get
gets
over like the initial, like really.
from that and the previous condition.
Yeah. Some people end up with like heart murmurs and different stuff like that from this shit and everything, man. Lung issues. It's
Well,
not
yeah,
fun. It's not fun. And even if you get a mild case of it, like I said, mine was more of a cold. But I had this dry cough that just would not go away. Wasn't getting anything up. I didn't feel like totally awful. Like a normal cold. It wasn't like I'd blow my nose, but it was clear. It wasn't all like green and nasty, like infection and stuff. And hey, Daryl's here, or Darren's here from B&H. Good morning. He's at work today.
I got a lot of phlegm was getting caught in this obvious this area here. And like this morning, that was the hardest part of my recovery.
Hey, Scott. Send me an email with your phone number.
Hey,
So we can get
Grandpa.
together. The JV's going to be in Roanoke. I'm assuming Virginia. Where did it go? Mild case, just chills, aches and pains. Yeah, and that's kind of what I had too. I was just very tired, kind of achy. It was more of a cold than anything. Now I was more sick in the fall. I tested negative twice for COVID, but I had that nasty flu or whatever. I missed like a week of work, and around Christmas, like I said, I felt like I just had a cold, but I tested positive. So, your last infusion today. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear you're going such a rough time, Benny. It's hopefully you'll be getting out of there and getting back home, and wish you the best, man. No, I haven't spoke with you or much lately, and but I do wish you well, buddy.
Yeah, but same from here, but I can't see
I don't
what
like
you're
to see anybody sick and not doing well. That's not fun. If you're looking for NW611, it's in Strasbourg. No shit. It's in Strasbourg. Man, we picked the wrong week to go to Strasbourg.
What?
No, but they got some motors of their own there. I'd like to see that one, the 611.
Oh, man. I really picked my dates wrong. I mean, we've got a big steam fest going on this weekend up in the mountains. And there are some really old steam engines that are out and about this weekend. The weather looks beautiful too, but I can't get up there. I can't drive now for at least 2 months.
Yeah. So I don't remember if you answered my question. You said somebody's going to be coming over once a week to help clean and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what about that's Jim Tedesco? What for your number? It's a U in there, buddy. THUR. Sorry, not a big deal though. What about? Do you have anybody that can come over on a day-to-day basis to help you cook and stuff or anything?
Nope.
Yeah, or did you just buy a bunch of frozen dinners to throw in the microwave?
Well, that's pretty much what I've done. Last time I got let down by the system, there's meant to be something they were supposed to organise stuff, but I've just got to a point where I'm not depending on anybody, so I gone in and got a whole heap of frozen stuff, frozen foods, and just put it in the microwave. I mean, they home deliver me groceries here.
Yeah.
So I just have to order it online. Yeah, I can walk up the shop and get my fresh loaf of bread or fresh bowl of milk or whatnot. There's a shop not that far away.
Well, it feel good to get out and walk. definitely keep moving. You don't want to have blood clots or anything like that.
Well, now that the weather's settled down, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can
I don't know
do
if
that
they're
now
gonna
that
put you
weather's
in it.
settled down.
I don't know if
And
they're gonna put you
I've
in
got
any
my
kind of
garden.
blood. I don't know if they're gonna put you in any kind of blood thinner or anything like that temporarily, since you're gonna be kind of immobile.
Well, I haven't been on that in the first place.
You already on them?
I haven't been on blood on
Oh, you haven't.
blood.
Okay.
Hasn't been no need for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Jim is on tonight. Is he in the chat? I didn't see him. 6 p.m. He comes on. Short line Thursday.
Uh,
To Jim to
yeah,
give you
I
my.
won't be on. I won't be
Okay.
on his live stream because I'll be. Oh, I've got the doctor coming in, and they're kicking me out of hospital out of here overnight tomorrow morning that time. So um, I won't be on his stream. I did already put apologies to him the other day.
Yeah. He understands. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming on here. I'm glad to be able to have you on this way. Guys can see you're doing okay and everything's going good.
thanks, mate.
Um, so that's nice.
Mm.
Yeah, Vinny, he says yes. If you want him to still stop by on his way back, he is willing to do so. So that would be good. I would love to get out there someday to Arizona and catch up with all you guys that live in that area. Vinny, I know Grandpa's in California, but I know he makes the trek over there. I think is Dave B in the Sun Scale? Is he out that way too? Is he the one that lives out that way? Let's see. 16. But sorry, I'm kind of trying to go back through the chat here a little
No,
bit. From Western Railroad, man. I'm going to stop by Clifton Forge to see the Greenbrier locomotives, number 614. That's cool. Yeah, I don't model steam, but I do appreciate it. It's so neat to see all the moving parts, and they're just so massive. So massive.
I don't mind. I don't mind my steam engines.
Oh,
I like
you.
mix. Yeah, I don't mind it. I have a bit of mix. So that's why I'm trying to bring both steam and diesel into my layout. But you have a look over in form, you have a look in Bosnia. They're still running coal steam trains to this day. An old
Oh,
World
is that
War
right?
Two steam engine. Yeah, that
Oh,
we're going to
man,
buy.
damn things will run forever if you keep up with them.
Well, yeah, and you look at it now. They're lucky because, especially with the oil prices being cut and everything else, well, the supply of oil has been cut to them. So you can imagine what the fuel prices are like over there for them. And they've
Hey,
got to
Martin.
mine. They've got to operate the stuff to the mine. That steam engine, they get the coal from the mine they're hauling from, so the coal is free. So they don't have to pay for
Yeah,
the coal.
there you go. There you go.
You know,
Barter
they're lucky. They don't care
barter
much
system
World War
there.
II technology. They got it. Yeah.
So Bernard C said, "Have you heard about the greatest steam fest in Nevada? History in Carson City, locals coming from everywhere. Well, that would be sweet. When is that going on? Or did it
Next
already
year.
go on? Well, I know that they're thinking about doing the meet and greet. I think Colorado next year. It's not too far from Nevada, right? I'm thinking right. Looking at my geography,
Yeah. Oh, no.
trying to pull
No,
the
it's not too
geography.
far.
Hey, Martin Searsman, good morning. Good to see you.
I wouldn't be
Hope,
surprised if
hope
me.
I'm saying your name right. I always say it that way, Searsman. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. So I apologize if I'm not.
Oh.
Downpouring buckets here. Yeah, we finally got a few nice days together. I feel like the weather just took forever to get nice around here, and you don't only get so many nice months up this way. Warm weather months. I feel like the seasons are shifting though. I feel like it takes longer in the spring going into summer for the weather to finally break, and then it kind of goes a little later into the fall. Everything's kind of shifting because we don't even always have snow for Christmas anymore. We used to always have snow on Christmas.
Yeah, but you have a look at the actual system itself. It changes. If you have a look with the Chinese calendar, they don't work with the days; they work within the season. They
Yeah.
kind of work with the season. Because you have a look, your New Year doesn't always start the same time. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it's late. You know, it might be in middle, beginning of January, it might be at end of January, early February is when they have Chinese New Year. Because because they work with the seasons and they
Yeah.
work within the harvest season. You know, not like normal calendar, the international calendar, which works on per day. You know, and you have the leap year every 4 years.
So Bernard says it is July 1st or the 4th is that Steam Fest he was talking about. So any of you guys in the area, man, you should try to check that out. And then this kind of interesting. Is LaGrange, Kentucky, is that where the track, that CSX, excuse me, line runs right through the middle of town? Is that LaGrange? I know Jawtooth has been down there. Anybody knows? If you guys don't know Jawtooth, he's a YouTuber that there's a ton of rail fan type videos, like
Go
Southern
to,
Ohio, Kentucky.
I wouldn't mind popping over and have a look at that place one time.
LaGrange, I
Seeing
think
down
it'd be kind of neat.
having one of the
I'd,
trains
I'd,
go
I
through.
I do plan on doing some kind of street running scene somewhere on this new layout if I ever get around to it. If we get this damn river poured. Full disclosure, I poured tried to pour the river. It was a disaster. I had to tear it all out. Long story short, I did it. I didn't follow the directions. Did it wrong. Um, the resin was setting up on me, so it wouldn't flow. So I tried to spread it, and it started to like gum up on me, and so it was just a mess. So I had to let it dry. I tore it out. I had to redo some of the what do you call it? Sculpt the mold on the riverbed, and I had to repaint it and stuff. So
Oh,
damn it, it was a mess. So I got
oh,
frustrated and put a decoder in and did that video instead because I was done. I'm just done with this river, man. I can't seem to get this to work out. So I'm gonna attempt it again. Like I said, I'm on vacation this week. We're not going anywhere in particular. We're just kind of hanging out. I want to build that gazebo. It's in like three big boxes. I got to put it all together. Probably got 9 million screws in it. I'll probably lose half of them. I know me.
yeah.
Well, that sounds good,
Oh,
Benny. Hope it's something good for breakfast. And hopefully you get out of there soon. Is it? Did you get admitted because of having COVID, or was it something else that had put you in there that and then you got COVID while you were in there? Yeah, that was my mistake, Daryl. And I'm kind of jumping around questions, but um, FYI, anybody wants to do this, being I'm adding color to this pour, I made the mistake of mixing the hardener and the resin together and then adding my color. So by the time I finally got done screwing around, getting it all mixed up in the color the way I wanted it, it was already hardening on me. To it wasn't hard, but it was getting to the point where it wasn't spreadable as easily.
yeah.
So this time I'm gonna just mix the color and the resin, get the color right, and then mix the hardener, give myself the proper working time. So anyhow, so don't do it the way I just did it. I think if I do it the other way, I'll be good. So hey John, 26818. That's how you do it. Yeah, well, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was so concerned with trying to video everything that I wasn't thinking about
Yeah.
work time when I put the paint in it, and had to get that right. So I don't know. Uh,
So what?
hey, there's nothing wrong
So
with some
what?
really pancakes. Nothing wrong with that. And I don't know about panty cakes, but they may not taste so well, depending on who had the panties on first. Sorry, that was bad. Jokes don't get
Uh,
any better, folks. The jokes don't get any better.
yeah, that was better for me this morning. Not so bad. Not so good this evening, Bernard. Um, I actually saw a technique which a guy was doing a scene. Oh, Broome, I think it was, West Australia, which is a pearling harbour. And he had to do like a swamp estuary sort of a scene. Now, he's not really a trained modeler, but he's a modeler as such. Like he'll do a diorama of a scene or whatnot for museums and projects and whatnot. So what he actually used, he used a perspex, 3 perspex, and um, he ran sandpaper in a certain direction on it to give it that texture. And then he painted it over to give a bit of colour, and
Mm,
actually gave the ripples of that ripple effect of the water
yeah,
over the top. And it actually worked out really good.
yeah.
When I get to the hospital, I'll see if I can dig it up. And um,
Okay.
the way the guy did, actually, it's on YouTube. I'll find it. I actually saw it on YouTube, where he done a
Yeah.
scene of the pearling town of Broome. That's
Um,
too. They've got all your water down, your land features down for you.
yeah. Hang on. Hey, Vinny, thanks for coming in, buddy. It was good to talk to you. Good to see you. Get well.
Maybe,
Hope everything, uh, hope everything goes well.
mm,
You feel better. Stop going to the hospital, man. Been in there too much since I've known you. So enjoy your breakfast.
yeah, I wonder what I'll be getting for breakfast. That's going to be an interesting thing.
Oh, you don't have room service? Can you ring the bell and call for the garçon?
Yeah.
Garçon, get some quiche or something? Or is it
Okay.
just a standard breakfast? You get what you get.
Um. Depends on what they give me. I mean,
Our patients used to have a
it's
pretty
like
good choice, and before COVID, they used to have a pretty good choice. Now the kitchens, pretty much you get this or this, and depending on what kind of diet you're on, you can get it this way or that way.
yeah. Well, you see here, you can if you're a certain diet, you can get your set meal. But
Yeah,
otherwise, if you're more than one night stay, yeah,
What is it? The plastic?
you can choose your breakfast.
yeah,
But for overnight, they've already got a preset meal for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'll looks up. I'm gonna have to mute it for a little bit. Here, mate, because they doing the round. So I'm gonna mute myself for a moment.
yeah. You go do what you got to do. If you want to come back up later, just pop back
Yeah,
up.
I'll just mute the
All
camera.
right,
That's all.
all right,
Uh,
all right. So let's do that. And if he wants to come back up, we'll bring him back up. Hey, keeping him busy. Yeah, heck yeah, man. I bet you he'd be a riot, and he'd be a riot. I bet. Let me answer this back. So NNW, I put my email in there. You're asking for my email, so it's in there. So yeah, just something that I do want to kind of address. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all you guys. Number one for your support. Number one just for hanging with me all the time. And there was a bunch of you guys that went above and beyond. Too many to mention. Uh, Watching all my past videos and suffering through all that stuff. that helped me finally get over that 4,000 watch hour mark. So I am officially now, I got the notice the other night, uh, monetized through YouTube. So just want to say thank you. And that was awesome of all you guys to help me out with that. And it is, I don't know what it really gets me, but it's one of those milestones that, I was close and couldn't seem to reach. And I just really appreciate the support and the love came my way from all you guys. And it's humbling, it really is. So I do just want to publicly say thank you. Now, what I do want to do is I'm going to, I don't know how, if I should do a poll or I don't know if I would say a contest or whatever, just an opinion on, um, like when, say, Sparky gets a super chat, he does the different wigs. That's like his thing when he gets it. I think Vinny used to, anyways. I don't know if he still does. Like used to ring a bell. Um, some other guys do different things. I didn't mean to say that so that you would do that, John. But thank you. I'm trying to still learn all this stuff. So. Um, thanks. I do appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. But I just, again, it's humbling. I don't know. I hate asking for the help, and the guys really stepped it up. To help me out. Hey, Rick. Rick was a big proponent. Helped me out. Pappy, um, uh, really helped me. So did Jason. Dave from Carolina. Foothills. Just suffered through. Already to suffered through the videos over and over. I know a lot of you guys did. I jokingly say suffered. Hopefully, it wasn't that terrible, but um, it's humbling. Just know it's humbling. I do appreciate it, and so I think what will happen is the pittance that I make, whatever they do pay. I don't know. I have to learn all the ins and outs of it still on how it all works, but I'll probably be putting that back into like a better camera, things like that. I want to now for Father's Day. I will say my wife. Um, I was talking with Rick Bailey, the tree. And he gave me a whole lot of ideas on different mics to buy and different things like that, ring light and all kinds of stuff. So my wife, God bless her, for Father's Day went and bought all this stuff that was on my Amazon list that I got from Rick and Nisi. Nisi was on. They brought me on StreamYards. Like kind of just a few of us three. Back and watched. I learned a few things. That's my hope. I mean, I know, just having them on, muted, whatever. I do appreciate it just to get the hours up. Um, but if you did actually watch them, hopefully they were entertaining enough to not totally make you want to hang yourself, and maybe you learn a thing or two. I know I learned a lot from all you guys, and it's just very, very awesome community, very humbling. I'm not usually one that really wants to ask for help or anything, and talking to like Rick and Sparky. Sparky was a big proponent too. He watched my videos relentlessly too. Just to help get those hours up. Thanks to my family too. I made them watch it whether they wanted to or not. Um, but we were talking at Strasbourg, and like it was very. Um, some of them were very like in disbelief that I wasn't already monetized, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta help change that." So again, thank you. If I had COVID-19 before in 2020, is it worse than you? I'm lost here. Is it worse than you and still recovered? I know the feeling. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look, see if it came through. Um, Man, that's awesome. So, anyways, yeah, I still have to learn all the ins and outs of all that with the whole. Oh, thanks, Simon, the railway enthusiast. I just saw that you were in there. Appreciate that. And again, it was more the milestone of it than, off the rails. Oh, yeah, I missed you in there too. Legend. Okay. I don't know if you if that's me or not, but yeah, and Dave was Carolina Foothills. He was awesome. Um, been letting it run when he goes to work, and so again, thanks. But anyways, back to the other thing. I was trying to think of something. I think it might have been I think it was Jason that mentioned to me, Jason, the train freak, was saying I need to get something now. If somebody does a super chat or whatever, to kind of like the whole Sparky thing with the wig or a bell or something. So I got to come up with something. Maybe we'll see. I'm not gonna sing, so don't think I'm gonna do that. You don't want to hear this thing sing. Uh, yeah, I always I do appreciate you stopping in and all you guys, man. It just still amazes me, man. I don't know why. Transport thousand of the time. Yeah, well, yeah, it was close. Well, I guess Artie's done with breakfast. Oh, no, he's gone. Like I'm missing. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to see. I missed something somewhere. Kyle, congrats on 4,000. Sparky 107, 107. Yeah, I was thinking of doing something, whether it be a bell. He used to do that goalie light. Remember that light? There's that big light and horn. It was a little bit annoying. Don't tell him I said that, but but it was cool at the same time. But he would get so many of them that damn thing would be going off all the time. So good for him there. But he was. I actually, thankfully, I was able to get in there last night. I got out of work in time and was able to get in and for most of his live stream, anyways. Wednesday is one of those nights where we start later in the morning, so instead of getting out at 6, I get out at 7. But I was able to get out a little bit early last night, so I was able to make it home and get situated, and you know, 1,000 for lifetime. Yeah, and I don't know. I guess you just really have to post a lot, and the live streams really helped me out. And again, thank you guys for really coming in and watching these live streams. And I just want to hang out. It had nothing to do with becoming monetized or anything like that. Honest to God, it just. But as I got closer and closer, I was like, well, shoot, I'm not that far away. And when they said, hey, let's all just start, uh, kind of keeping me on in the background and on mute. They don't want to hear me talk. Just put me on mute, and it did the trick. So now it's up to me to keep it up there and keep the I guess the traffic flowing. I don't know how else to word it. Um, well, it was funny because as soon as I hit, I already did that one. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I feel like it was like right then when they changed it. I didn't even have a chance to get my. I went ahead and like applied for it, but then they had changed the rules or something where then you had to have the 4,000 watch hours a year. And you got to maintain that because it's like a rolling calendar. So I guess it it fell off. like as you roll through, it falls off. Hold on a minute here. I gotta check my emails. Sorry, guys. Not seeing your email in here. NW. He says, family to you. How's that? I like subs. They can't take hours. Yeah, that's true. I love trains too. Is that how we're family? Train family? Can I see your. Maybe just not coming through yet. I mean, we could be family. I don't know. Norfolk and Western. I got a lot of family on my dad's side that I don't really know your name, but I know. Where do you live at, Norfolk and Western? And that is true, Joe. I can't take the hours away. I'm across. Awesome Springs, okay. Oh, that's right. I asked you that once before. Let me see here. I'm not seeing your email though for some reason. Let's see if it went to spam or something. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, it did. Why did it do that? That is not spam. Yeah. No, I got your number. I'll shoot you a text or something later. Oh, I got a neighbor's dog barking or something. There's something here. I do not. That's why I wanted to go back to that. I do not play any kind of instrument or anything like that. That could actually be funny. I know because Sparky had that the goalie thing for a while there. He also had, didn't he have like a railroad crossing sign that would like blink and those would go off and stuff. I thought that would be kind of cool. Yeah, well, I will. I'm calling, but not today. Hey, Dawson. Real Adventures. I hate when I get lost in the chat, guys. Sorry about this. It's not very good. Very entertaining. Dawson's Ralph. How's it going? I got that one ready. In China, all my local family, 17 of us, including grandkids, never missed a day's work. It's were necessary. Oh, same here. Well, it's so. I don't want to word this without sounding like a jerk. Oh my God, these dogs! I'm gonna throw something at them. So, being a nurse, I'm essential. So I had to be at work. So I'm grateful that we didn't lose any pay. My wife was allowed to work from home. She stayed they're at home now, staying at home. So it was fortunate we weren't in that category of people that literally lost their income. However, they were also paying the people that were home extra money to be home on unemployment, and on top of that, so there's a little bit of a bitterness in there. I have to admit that I don't know. Like we got nothing extra for being there. We didn't get any hazard pay. We didn't get anything of that nature. We just had to be there, and it's the nature of the job. So I understand that, but it's hard not to feel a little bit slighted that you know. I guess I didn't get anything extra. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. Trying to stay on the positive side, and I'm grateful that we did not miss a beat with income. We did not have to worry like a lot of people were in a bad spot. So I'm more grateful than not. So, anyways, but my family was all able to continue to work, so that was good. Oh, let's see. It looks like Artie maybe he's done with his breakfast. Maybe. All right, I don't know where he's at now. What are you doing over there? Make all that noise.
But,
Right.
oh,
Yeah, John, and it's like I don't know, or, JD, I don't know how to say that without sounding like an ungrateful little punk. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel when I do say it because I am definitely grateful that we were able to work and make it through all that, and pretty healthy. We none of us really got very ill or anything. Even when we did get COVID, none of us got really sick, and especially me. My daughter's a nurse as well. Both of us are on the front lines of it. We both stayed really healthy. So I'm grateful for all that. Half naked Artie. Woohoo. Yeah, somebody wants to know how the sponge bath went. Artie.
um, yeah, I will. Um, yeah, just a shame I don't have the private room to myself. It would have been a different story. Um,
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
say that.
um, well, you know how things go behind closed doors, Dave. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, less witnesses.
Look,
Yeah,
man.
but when I look at what you guys had to go through this pandemic, you guys needed to get something extra because you had that many people that had ignored the warning and the advices and everything else, and then they come in, expect to get help out by you guys. You guys are thinking that you guys are not going to get infected as such. You're not going to get sick because you're a nurse or you work in the medical system. You're immune to it. You're not going to get it, which is not so.
Yeah.
So what
No, well,
being
the
a
thing
first
is, especially at first, we didn't really know what the hell was going on with it. Um,
oh,
man, that's loud on the ears already. Yeah, you just didn't know like how to handle it. There were so many, especially like, thankfully we were kind of a little later on here in the United States. Like Italy and Europe got hit really hard first, and there was all those deaths and medical workers and stuff too, and it was just really really horrible over there. So by the time it finally made its way here, they knew a little bit more about it, but still not enough. But it was a little bit better for us in that regards. So it was just the not knowing was rough too. So
you see, my area
it
here,
was,
where I am, like within Sydney or south of Sydney, we weren't too bad. We were pretty much going with the flow. It's like, well, we're going to take short, small steps bit by bit. Melbourne, on the other hand, didn't. They go, we want all. Oh, this is all just made up hype, this and that and whatnot.
yeah,
But we had to look at the cases and everything else that went on down there. Compared to us, we were locked down. We locked down our states just to contain it. It's what we don't know what's going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're locking down. No, you're not coming up here.
Well, we did.
We're dealing with, and it
did
worked.
For a little while. We did. We stopped like any kind of flights coming in and out from certain areas like China and certain places like that. But I don't think they did like enough of that maybe. And then our lockdowns, being stuck in our homes, lasted. You know, they said 2 weeks to flatten the curve. It ended up being a freaking year practically.
Yeah, because you had that one person, one or two people that didn't, like within us here. And when we were doing it, we had our states closed down, and that contained everything within the spot. And we had a tracking. I know you Americans don't like the idea of having your information tracked by the government. But it was like just to contain it, and then okay, your household's got it. We'll monitor you, see who else you got in contact with it. Okay, it's sort of how I don't know. I'm going to say the contact tracing did work. It did contain it. We didn't have to shut down the complete economy.
Yeah.
We kept on going.
Well,
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, we're all hoping he's wearing pants. All praying and hoping he has pants on. He probably don't. Already. He's very inappropriate.
You will have to pay me a lot of money to reveal what I'm wearing, Rick.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But he couldn't afford it anyway. He's married. He's got kids. Model train.
He'd rather play with. He'd rather buy new trains.
Yeah, yeah.
No, see you later, Wilmer. Thanks for coming in.
But you still have a look at, like, in the first responding work that I did. Okay, a lot of my stuff was aerial work. People get told, don't go out surfing. Don't go out fishing. The sea's going to be rough. Don't go out in the boat.
Yeah, but you guys in Australia were like literally like fining people just for being outside and shit crazy, man.
Yeah. But it depends where you are. Depends where you are. Look, within here, everybody has been working very good. We did all right up here. Down south, when my cousins are in Melbourne, they're different. But
yeah,
when I did my first responding with aerial search and rescue, people were going out when they weren't supposed to go out on the boats. I mean, the swells are like 20, 30, 40 feet tall, and they're going out the boat. And it's blowing the bus to go. Now, we can't get up to look for them and go, why aren't you in the air? And he's going, well, I'm not going to go up there, risk my life to find that person. I'm sorry. Or you gone up through, going bushwalking towards a bushfire. Don't go bushwalking because there's bushfires out at the moment. So what do? They go out for a bushwalk. Oh, we're trapped. The police going to come and help us, come and save us. They get told don't do it, but people still end up doing it. And that makes our job harder. But your work, you're getting paid for it. What I did on a volunteer basis. I did it out of my heart. It was volunteer work that I did. I wasn't getting paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously I was doing it at work, getting paid. Crazy.
Most of the that you guys have to put up with. I mean, when people they're there in the right, it's all your fault, not theirs.
Yeah, I got him there. He sent me. You hear my phone going off. He's been sending me some pictures of CSX track and cool stuff he took. NNW. I think the consensus is that we want you to keep your pants on. Nobody wants to see any of that. Hey, Tom Strange and Things. Good morning, sir. Thanks for joining in. How you feeling? I know you was it last Monday? Not this Monday, but the one before that. You missed. You're sick and you didn't do your show. So hope you're feeling better. This is other car, Artie. Ambulance, ambulance, ambulance. Woo! All right, John, man. Appreciate you coming in.
Hey, Joe, you take care.
Thanks for the super chat, too. I appreciate that. It was very kind of you, very generous. Yeah, looking good already. We've been begging him not to show us below the belt, though. We don't want to see anything more than what he's showing there. He's afraid.
No,
We're all
we
afraid.
don't want to destroy the weekend. We don't want to destroy the weekend. No.
No, yeah, don't ruin it, man. I still haven't had breakfast yet. I want to be able to keep it down when I get to it. Frontline maintenance must cover tears. Invade. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of, and the funny thing that kind of made me laugh in a way. Funny, like they were talking about everything's locked down, and the essential workers. Like I can see your medical, and your police and fire, first responders, all that kind of stuff. But I had to laugh on like Home Depot when that was open, those kind of stores. Grocery stores I could kind of see too. And I felt really bad for them. Anybody who was in those stores, at least in the hospitals, we had like the more of the protective masks and things, and there's a little more protection. You walk into the grocery store once they finally did allow you, they were counting how many people were allowed in at one time and all that stuff, but they had nothing at first, not even like the little plexiglass in front of the register type stuff. It was like, wow, man, these guys are like wide open.
Yeah. But see, when
But your liquor stores were still open, that made me laugh because that was considered essential.
Yeah, that was, especially here, that is essential. That was yeah.
How many people had to use that to get through this stuff?
The number of people that went into the shop, into the stores, and reduced. Look, you couldn't go in as a couple. You couldn't go out. You couldn't use it as a family outing. Only one person per household. Unless it's an unable body, like someone that's in a wheelchair, whatnot. That's different.
Yeah.
A lot of places within my city were pretty much did it. They pretty went, okay, all right, we're not going out as a family, like 2 or 3 people to come out. They didn't go. You go to another spot and you see mum, dad, kids and whatnot. They weren't let in the shopping centres.
Yeah,
just try to stop it.
It was limited, but things were still open. Overall.
Yeah. And the other thing that we had here, we had a 5-kilometre radius. You weren't allowed to go outside that 5-kilometre radius, only to your local store, just to continue that within that suburb. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I mean, all we had to do was do it 2, 3 weeks. It was fine. We had income support. If you do it for that 2 weeks, you lose a little money, but you're not going to lose the roof over your head, basically. Because you're going to be.
I know they did some stuff. They did some stuff with that too, where they couldn't evict people and different things. I forgot you're in Nevada. Oh my God.
Well, actually, some of them here, they actually did still try to function there, Bernard. There were a couple of underground ones here too. Mind you, that is legal here.
Nevada's the only place that's illegal here. And I think it has to be only in certain areas, certain places.
Yeah.
Bernard might be able to tell you more of the rules. Not that he goes to them, but the rules on all that stuff more than I could. Hey, listen, let me go grab an extension cord. I got to get this thing plugged in or I'm going to end up dying here. If you guys want to keep going, I'll keep going. It's been about an hour and 20 now, but let me go get that so we don't lose juice.
Right.
So I'm gonna mute myself and I'll put Artie in charge of things for a few minutes.
All right, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to sort of like chat up. Open up the chat.
Don't burn the show down while I'm gone, Artie. Damn it. No promises, I know. All right, I'll be right back.
Well, I'm just going to try to show them the photos of what happened in recovery ward. Hang on, let me change over the comments. Okay. All right, what do we have here? G'day, Mike, off the rails. How are you? Carolina Foothills. Simon. Yeah, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, well, they did close our brothels too, but then they had some of the backyard operators still going. Oh, how did we do? Make you laugh, Simon? Did we do something funny? I wish I could pick the nurse that gave me a sponge bath, but mind you, the nurse that was in my recovery room, she didn't give me a sponge bath any day. She was just a nice person. She didn't leave my side. I did actually have a bit of a difficulty in, yeah, we can upset, but I need your help to, David, Carolina, I need your help to turn the show upside down. But yeah, the nurse that was in my recovery after surgery, she wouldn't leave my side until I was settled down, it was just a princess. Just with what was going on with my lungs and whatnot after getting that COVID and all the other infection, I just couldn't breathe. So I'm better now, a lot better now. Shoulders hurting a little bit, but yeah. I'm just trying to think what else to say. So, any questions, anyone? Yeah, off the roads, yeah. Yeah, the sad thing is at the moment, g'day John too, how are you? Sad thing, I'm not going to be able to complete my layout at the moment. That's sort of like on hold. But as I said earlier, what I'll do now is to just work out the bits and pieces and buy them as I can. Yeah, I hope so too. Hopefully we fixed not just one problem. We had two problems we had to fix up, which was the nerve that goes from my shoulder up into my neck in this portion here. But where the pain started was in a rotator cuff. So we're working on that. Bernard, it's bad. It looks bad than it is. Yes, it is a slow recovery, depending on how bad it is. I mean, come over here. I'll give you this doctor here. This is just an ice pack at the moment. This comes off, and all I'll be wearing later on after tomorrow is a sling. I'm gonna take this off. Just shit. I didn't go down too good. It's what do you call it? Looks worse than what it actually is. It's a keyhole surgery, and you won't see no marks whatsoever. Well, you would see the keyhole mark, but no real big, huge markings. I'll get this later on and fix it up. That's why they're put. Yeah, but as I said, Bernard, if it needs to be done, get it done, because the earlier you do it, earlier you get it done, the better it is. It's easier to fix. You're not going to have long-term damage. I got mine a little bit early. There is a little bit of damage from the past, like wear and tear. But most of us, you say you'll get that anyway. Yeah. I don't know what he's doing. Has his tool? He must have gone to Cuba to get some coffee. Oh no, here he is. Something's moving. He's probably gone to Cuba. Oh no, he's gone to Dunkin' Donuts. Hopefully he's gone down to get me some donuts. All we get is little biscuit packets like so.
I ate all the donuts. I could go for some donuts. Sorry about that, guys. So I was in there talking to the wife while I was looking for an extension cord. And she asked if anybody had any ideas, like we were talking about, for things to do for the super chats. She thinks I should do shots. So I get about 3 shots in and I'd be done. It'd be a slurring mess. So I'm not going to do shots. Off the Rail says he'd kill for a donut right now. I wouldn't kill for one, but I would definitely be appreciative of one. So you have a fair bit of planning time.
Oh,
Where
actually,
am I starting?
it's hard to it. Where am I?
Uh-oh. I guess he don't like me. He left. All right, what did I miss there, Bernard? That don't sound nice. Sound good. N&W, you are you've got a hell of a collection of spikes. I should look at the spikes. I got a whole box of spikes. I don't know, maybe like a box like that. I don't know how many's in there. When me and Pappy went to Crestview, Ohio last summer. Yeah, I got them. Shots. Yeah, I know, but dude, I would get nothing. It would be funny for you guys. It would not be funny for me. Let me just tell you, I don't drink. I had let's see. Did he stand up? Oh, that's what happened to the camera. He broke the camera. He stood up. Probably tried to moon us. Um, I had my first beer when we went to Strasbourg. I had a beer, so I can't say my first beer, but probably 5 or 6 years. I just don't drink anymore, really. When my son was home a couple weeks back, he had a little bonfire back here. We had a little fire pit with a bunch of his buddies and stuff that he hadn't seen. And yeah, sure. I don't know if I have anything special from there. Just, I mean, I don't know the difference between. I just saw spikes on the side of the tracks as we were walking around and stuff, and we both picked them up because I had intentions of making some of those cup racks. And since Pappy does such a great job with them, and I see him enough, for him to make them and ship them to you would be way too expensive. The shipping would kill you. But he has everything he needs to make them. He does a great job with them. So he just made me a second one. 2 shots gone. Oh my God, yeah. 2 shots, I'd be gone. That'd be hell yeah. Um, Wait, Mike. I missed you. I was off camera for a minute. I had to um, get an extension cord. I decided to do this from the patio today, so I didn't plug this in advance, which I should have done. But hey, I'm just winging it most of the time when I'm on here. So I'm saying this morning show is definitely just a, like just talk about whatever, no nothing formal. Well, these spikes I have were along the CSX main line through there. So, assuming they would be CSX spikes. Oh, he's back. He's back. There he is. What did I say? Something offended you? You took off on me.
No, something happened that I didn't want you guys to witness.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. We'll leave it. We'll leave it at that then.
Yeah. We'll just leave that. Yeah. Yeah. Just touched. I went to move the screen a bit, and the page shut itself down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but anyways, going back to that, I had a couple beers with him and the guys. Um, so shots would not be pretty. Just a couple beers kind of was like, ooh. Because when I never drink often, but when I would drink, I could drink. I used to be able to drink a lot at one time, but I kind of got away from that, and I don't really miss it. I just
The body sometimes tends to.
you mean the shots? that yeah, maybe if I got totally smashed on here, maybe it would. I don't know if YouTube would appreciate that though. His account was open.
Contact been online lately. I don't know. I think we are pretty mild like. Yeah. So you guys, were talking about spikes, especially within in my area here. That's one of the things that's thing of the past. Really, it's hard to find the old wooden rail spikes here because now they're using clips and there's another type of clip they use instead of a spike as well.
And you're not wrong off the rails. It might need a day or a week off.
Mm.
So, anyways, if you guys come up with anything cool I can do, that'd be cool. Yeah, you guys, it's like those little like C kind of clamp things they use, or looks like a C clamp to me almost.
Yeah.
On the new.
Yeah. And there is actually another one. There's another clip that they actually trialled on the line between the GAN line between Alice Springs and Darwin. On one portion of it, I think it was between Catherine and Tennant Creek. They actually using these other new style of clips. It looks like a spike, but what happens is just, it's sort of like a V, like such. And when they put the rail into the V and push down on it, it clips and locks into itself and stops the rail from opening up and spreading apart. And the lower part of the clip is actually molded into the concrete. And it saves those clips from being...
use concrete rails. I think they're doing a lot more concrete rails up here too.
Yeah.
Well, in the States, I haven't seen a lot in our area here, though. I feel like CSX still uses basically wood, and, at least in this side of the country. I don't know. Maybe out west they use them more. I don't know. Concrete.
Oh.
But we were in Strasburg. That Amtrak Northern Corridor line or whatever that ran alongside there at one point was all concrete. Maybe because of the speed of Amtrak.
Yeah. What I've noticed, like with the what do you call it? the wooden ties, like where the clips are and the place they sit in, like eventually when the tree dries or the timber dries up, the spikes become looser and whatnot. They're not as the security is not as good as what it was when they were first put into place, depending on the age of the tie.
Oh yeah. I would imagine it would eventually you would need less maintenance. You know what I mean? As with the
Yeah,
newer style.
I've worked
I
on
don't know.
some sections of rail where when actually the Mount Campbell line where a coal train derailed and they didn't have replacement ties for the track, but because the track's tyres weren't, they were damaged. But the way that were made, they still were able to use the tyres for a period of time to keep production going at the mill without shutting down the line, waiting for the new tyres to come through. Now, they would have
Yeah.
been wooden tyres. You would have had to wait for God knows how long until we can find any wooden tyres around the place. They're getting rid of, the plant is getting rid of steel tyres. They're finding that having steel tyres with wood and concrete, particularly with concrete, they tend to crack. The rail tends to crack more where they've been joined on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
That's a lot of wood. All those ties all across the country. You know.
mm, yeah. Um, what you saying about dog ties?
Miles
Um,
of tie piles as we speak. That maintenance away team just replaced about 12 miles. Now they're on a new side track. Oh, okay. So do they reuse those ties, Bernard? Like if they're in good shape, will they reuse them like on a spur, or do they just go through and replace the ones that are like bad? You know, I don't know if they were still worthy enough for like a siding or something.
yeah. No, what they done? I know what they done with our spikes, our ties here, and the steel plant went through a rail rebuild program where it was replacing all the main lines and then the sidings from wooden sleepers and steel sleepers, but mainly the wooden sleepers to concrete. They stockpiled it, and when they refired the blast furnace, they actually used the old sleepers to fire the blast furnace.
Huh.
Mm.
Bernard, which railroad which railroad and who are they selling them to, or you don't know who they're selling them to? Not that I want to buy them. I'm just curious. I didn't know they sold them. They might just sell them for wood chips.
Dog, Doghead rail spikes. Terminology is a bit different. Probably did. I probably have seen the Doghead spikes. Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. Not a spike aficionado.
I'll have to look at the terminology later on, but most probably have looked at it.
Thanks for stopping in, Mike. I appreciate it.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
My neighbor burns them for heating. Pretty sure they're poisoning us. Well, yeah, they have that creosote and everything in them, I think. So I don't know if I would burn them like the heat.
Yeah, it does the creosote, the toxic poison, that will kill you. Yeah. I mean, but there are different types of creosote as well. But generally, the one that they use, the old Orley one and whatnot, they use as creosote on the railway sleepers, not as bad as what they use in the pine logs.
Yeah, I mean, I know they use old pallets. They grind up old pallets for like mulch for your yard. They dye it and stuff.
Mm.
Oh, that's cool, Thomas. I'm excited to have you sent me some of those clips we're talking about.
Well,
Oh,
so you guys still using creosote on your sleepers over there. Over here, we've stopped using, because there are still some parts of the country use wooden ties. We stopped using creosote a long time ago. The only time we use concrete ties is on turnouts when we've got to build a turnout real quick. They'll use wooden ties, but in the turnouts now it's becoming concrete. But nothing's creosoted here anymore.
yeah, I don't know if we. I don't know if we still use creosote or not. I think they still do like telephone poles and stuff like that in it, but I think they still do.
Yeah. Oh, they do here too. But you got different types of creosote as well. You got different types of it.
I was just chatting with a guy. I think I was telling you guys, totally off subject, but I just got a text back from him. I was telling you I was thinking about trying to get a hold of at some point, hopefully by the fall, I'll be able to do it. I got to tie up a few loose ends financially. I got to pay off some of these pre-orders and stuff that I got over the last year. Anyhow, guys have been asking me about my hopper cars, so I want to get with AccuRail and see if I can have them produced as a
Yeah.
limited run kind of thing.
Uh,
And so I was talking to the one guy, Eddie, who has done this before, and he just put me in contact with another guy that has done it a lot. So we've been kind of going back and forth. He's going to give me some pointers on what to do and how that all works before I actually contact AccuRail. So that's kind of cool. Sorry,
You're
kind of off
talking.
subject, but I just think I really want to do that. I've had enough interest in it. I think if I do it, I will post that and see if anybody's seriously interested and would be interested in buying one or whatever, and then you know which you would like better, the blue car or the gray car, because I would only be able to do one or the other, and if it went well enough, I would maybe do the other color and just stuff like that. I don't know, just always something turning in here. Never anything really important, just things turning in there.
Well,
Uh,
bring you satisfaction. Why not? Why not?
Expensive preamps landscapes. That's true, Bernard. People will reuse them for stuff like that. Oh, you could turn them on and make fence posts out of them. Use them for landscape timbers, retaining walls, all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, I used a lot of them for retaining walls, bulk retaining walls. But I mean, they only last for as long as until the timber starts decaying, breaking down. Because even creosote timbers, I mean, they do break down in time. What's that?
Oh, these are Thomas. These are wood ties, concrete ties. Cool.
Yes, Dr. Rose, we did actually ban the creosote ties. Um, the biggest reason I done that because even with we don't have no tanker trains here either. Is because a lot of our trains run through catchment areas and environment sensitive areas. where you got rare animals, but more so you're going through your catchment areas for our water. And for us, water is like gold. You don't want to get wet. You don't want to run out of it at the worst possible time. Yeah. Yeah, we see the copper, chrome, arsenic, the green logs, that's still being used. But only for the pond logs. But the black creosote, with a black creosote, they don't anymore. Yeah, I can't say that off.
So that other stuff isn't harmful though, the arsenic and
What
copper, chrome
I
arsenic isn't harmful.
I actually think they changed the recipe in it. Yeah, I think they actually changed the recipe in that.
No.
But still, you don't burn it because
That's like you don't really want to burn like a treated piece of lumber or anything like that too. Like I'll burn that kind of stuff in a fire pit, outside, but I wouldn't burn it in the fireplace in the house.
yeah, well, so that's what they had to do. They had to actually change it because one of the contents that was inside to burn was actually very toxic, and people they'll just look at timber. Oh, it's timber, regardless of what color it is, and just throw it in there. Next minute, you've got everyone around the campfire, gas ran, dropping dead.
Yeah, well, when we built this deck, I burned all what I couldn't use to build the layout with, like all the old spindles. You can see right now, I got the metal spindles back there, somewhere back here.
Mm.
Get my hand to come up there.
Mm. Yeah.
But they were the 2x2 wood stuff on the old. There was just a little like tiny 5x5 deck off the back patio door here on the house before we built this. So I saved what I could from that lumber. Even like the 2x6s and stuff, I ripped those down into 2x3s. Well, not true 2x3s. You know what I mean? Saved what I could. Even when we built this, anything scrap that I was able to use on the layout, I did. Anything else that was scrap, I burned. But like I said, it was outside in a fire pit, downwind.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a ton, but it was enough to get rid of it. What the hell was I going to do with it?
Yeah, I've known a lot of cases, especially particularly here, where they burnt the wrong stuff, and
Hi, Heath.
Kimber did it. G'day, Heath. How are you?
Well, yeah, Rick. I mean, again, we weren't like sitting right on top of the fire and downwind breathing the smoke. And it was mixed in. It wasn't strictly that. It was mixed in with regular logs, just a few pieces here and there. Just keep it burning. Hey, there you go, Daryl. Good to have you back. Still chatting away here.
Yeah, someone's gonna have more money to buy trains for us all.
Yeah, I bet.
If you weren't with me on that live stream when I went to getting out of my old station, that was done about a month ago. There was actually part of the siding at the station where they used to do the pine logs.
What kind of logs?
With the creosote. It's all gone now. They
Creosote, I thought, is what built up in the fireplaces. No.
yeah, but you also got different types. So you can get creosote from your oil. Well, even some oil can be created. It could be used as creosote.
Yeah.
Like out this oil out of your vehicles. You can use that as a creosote, really. It can't be formed anymore. Used anymore. You can paint that lumber and it won't go off. Your lumber will stay good for at least 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
I painted Mum and Dad's fence when I used to service the truck. Used to get an oil from the truck and used to paint the fence every year, and it protected it from the weather and the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what that was the whole idea of creosote was there was a coating was to protect the wood, keep it from the elements, protect it from the elements. That's cool, Heath. I appreciate you stopping in. Just
Really. I hope he is working and not just making a false statement. It's all right, Heath. We love you.
do you work for CSX? They gave you a railroad crossing bell for Christmas 3 years ago. Okay.
It's been up there.
That was awful nice of them. Used to keep our termites from eating our wood structures. I mean, yeah. I can see where that would work. But they wouldn't like, they wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Especially a lot of new houses here, we're starting to get more into constructing steel frame homes. Termites can't eat steel. They can eat everything else around it, but they can't eat the steel. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. As I said, I was kind of thinking about something like that, some kind of crossing, like signals or something, for like super chats and stuff. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
He's just trying to come up with some ideas to, like how Sparky does the wigs and things like that. Jason, the train freak, was saying I should do something when there is a super chat or whatever. Yeah, we'll see. My wife says I should do shots. I told her she's crazy.
Oh. Yeah.
I heard on a steel frame. Dude came back to his kitchen missing. Mainline was original Western Pacific and Southern Pacific. No, it's UP Railroad. Oh, Union Pacific. I got you. Take it you're not a fan. Yeah, Rick's making sawdust grass today for the train line. Okay. Very good. So, what are you using to dye it with? Are you using like Ritz dye or are you using paint?
I hope he's making a video on how he's going to make his grass.
Yeah, you should.
Really want to see that.
I did some for the old layout. I still have it. I still have some of it left. I made a ton of it. I went, and guys, you could do this too if you're not aware. Go to your local lumber yard or your Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, and ask one of the guys if you can get a bag of the sawdust from the saw that they have in there. Most of the time, they will.
What place would be glad to give it to you?
That ain't a bad idea, Rick. Espresso shots.
Huh?
I could always say I'm doing a shot. I don't have to actually do a real shot, but that's not very nice. I don't want to lie. You're using paint.
Yeah, well,
The leaf green.
you see, we obviously know that, but we just want to see you do the work.
So when I did mine, I did several different colors, and I kind of did it in a blender. No, I didn't. That was something else. That was when I made foam. But I did like a burnt umber. Then I did like I think a Kelly green, a leaf green, a couple of darker greens, another shade of brown, just different shades, you know. And when you sprinkle them around, you kind of mix those shades together. You can even mix them together, you know, some of it together and make a batch of all that together. Get the hours up. Grass making video. Anyone stolen the wife's blender and dyed carpet? Yeah, I did steal the wife's blender and ground up foam to make ground foam.
No,
Had to buy her a new blender. She actually, over in the very end of it all, she got a nicer blender out of the deal. Step down, Jerry's, grab some sawdust when I need. Yeah, heck yeah, I'm sure he's got a ton of it. And then, you know, you sift out all the bigger pieces and stuff so that you don't get, you know, the wood chips that are bigger. So, I mean, it's basically free. Even look at all the cutting and stuff we do when we're building our bench work. You know, I saved a bunch of that too. Even like that backer board that we use for fascia and stuff, that's really fine. It's not really sawdust, but it's a fine dust. You can even use that as is. It's that brown color. You could use that like mixed in, you know, just for texture and different color variations. And there's so much free stuff. I think that's what Sparky was kind of talking about last night, even on his show with the trees. You know, look behind me. I got trees all over the damn place. You know, you can always do that. And I was trying to say, I didn't actually get to use it because I don't know what happened. They got thrown out. I told these guys around here I wanted to save them too, but we had mums the one year. They were big mums that you get in the fall. So I dried them out all winter, left them in the garage, let them dry out, and they actually have a nice structure to them, kind of like your super tree type structure or that sedum type plant. And I wanted to try to make trees out of it. And I'm gonna try it this year when they come up after this year because I think that would make some nice branch structures too. Good lad replacing. Yeah. Actually, I thought the glass. I thought it was glass. The you know the carafe, whatever the hell it is called, the blender part of it was glass. It was plastic. So it ended up turning colors, green, and then you know whatever color I used to turn that color got impregnated into it. You know, so I couldn't even wash it out, and you know she would have never known. I could have washed it, but it didn't work out that way. But again, she got a better blender. But you know, other people had good ideas too, with like going to like your Goodwill, secondhand type shops, things like that, or garage sales. Sometimes you can get blenders and stuff pretty cheap. And what I did also was I have a little coffee bean grinder I got from Walmart for I don't know 20 bucks. Well, I'll probably get loud around here, guys. I'm think somebody gonna have their grass cut, so the landscapers are out. I don't know if it's next door or not. If it is, I'll probably end the stream or go in and it'll just be too loud. But anyways, so when I made the ground foam, I keep wanting to do a video on that too, but and there's just so many videos I want to make in so little time.
so the one thing I did with you were mentioning the coffee grinder. One thing
Yeah.
I did use a coffee grinder for is chalk, making my weathering pad.
Oh, chalk. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Saved a lot of money, especially when
That's a good
well,
idea.
our version of Staples, like Office Works here when they have a sale on. Look, now going back to school, I usually go in and get the discount chalk and make my own weathering powder. Save a lot of money,
Yeah.
especially when doing a big enough thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Rick. Is this too loud? I can't tell if they're. If it's too loud, just let me know, guys. I will either go in or end up cutting it off because. All right, John. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. And as
Thanks, John.
speedy recovery there.
Yeah,
Hardy.
I'll be home tomorrow. I'll be home. I'll be home in 12 hours. Yeah,
Flying,
I got
frying pan. Next door. Told you these yards are close together, so I don't know if it's here.
Hmm.
I gotta get one day my grass kicks my ass. I should quit watering it. Well, that's the
Hmm.
one thing I am grateful for having a small yard is the fact that it does not take me very long to cut the grass. In fact, I just cut it Tuesday when I was off. And back to backyard. I need to get some topsoil back here, or actually fill dirt. I need to kind of raise it a little bit. The ears and the roots in these trees, it really floods out pretty bad. So
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it quits.
yeah,
The
I'm gonna
next,
actually go because it's just gonna be too loud out here now. You know, and these landscapers, believe it or not, these are small yards. He'll be here for 40 minutes. I don't know how he makes any money. Cutting this little yard, you get these big machines, and they cut these little yards, and it still takes them forever to do it. It drives me nuts. It used to really suck when I was working night shift, and then they'd be doing it, and you're trying to sleep. But anyhow, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it quits here too. Probably should get something done. Maybe I should get to that river today. I don't know. I keep saying it, get you guys' hopes up, and then I don't do it. But yeah, thanks, Dave. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have given, and helping me get to
no problem.
that limit there, that milestone.
All right, David. All right, yeah. Well, Dave, I'm gonna call it quits. My eyes are getting a bit, my eyelids are getting a bit heavy here.
Yeah,
Um,
go ahead, man.
the show.
And thanks for coming on. I appreciate it, and get well. We'll
Heavy
see
on.
you hopefully this weekend. You'll be home, you said
Yeah.
Saturday, right? Or no? All
Oh
right.
yeah. I'll be home. I'll be home tomorrow. More than 12 hours time. I'll be home. As long as nothing happens overnight, where I'm going to sleep. But yeah, I'll be home tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Again, thank you very much for having me, and
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll talk to you over the next few days.
Sounds good, man. We'll catch you
Okay.
hopefully Saturday night.
Okay. We'll do.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Take care, Artie. All right, guys. So we'll see you hopefully later today on Jim Tedesco show, 6 p.m. Uh, for the short line Thursday. And then after that, you got your Canadians. I don't know who's on tonight, 8 o'clock. Uh, I don't. I have to learn their schedule. I always say catch the Canadians. I think you all know what I mean, but I never know who's on. Thanks for stopping in. I know Derail Daryl has been kind of doing some impromptu live shows, so subscribe to his. I'm sure you already are, but get the notification bell on all you guys' channels, and then you'll know when he pops up there. And then, oh, let me just say, and you guys probably already all are, if we could help Jerry, Boxcar Jerry, he's getting so close to 1,000. He's got the watch hours. He's at 940, 950 on the subs. You guys can maybe throw some words out there to try to help get him up to that 1,000 mark so he can get monetized and all that stuff. He's been doing this for so long and everything. And any help you can give, I just Jerry was another big help to me as well. So many guys, it's just hard to name all the names, but you all know who you are. Just know I love you, appreciate it. It's crazy, man. Crazy the community we have here, man. So Rick says, "Take care, Artie. You'll be clapping soon enough." All right, guys. So I'll catch you maybe later on Jim Tedesco show, and then you got um, the Canadians after that today. Then Sunday nights you got the Sunday on track gang or the track gang. Damn it, I always get their name wrong. Rick and Jason, Grandpa Rails, and Heath. Who's the other one? I'm missing one. Am I missing? Who? Oh, Jerry. Boxcar Jerry. Needs the subs. Um, Boxcar Jerry YouTube. See if I can find this link real quick. I'll throw this channel link up here. Where you at, Jerry? There he is. There's Jerry. For those of you that don't know Jerry, let me kick that there. Paste. That should bring you to his channel, hopefully. So grab that link real quick and go ahead and check out Jerry. Sidetrack Sunday. Yeah, that's right. Sidetrack Sunday is Boat Bailey Model Railroad. So that is the tree. Rick the tree. Fear the tree. Damn it. Fear the tree. Um, yeah, and if you are, that's fine. If you, maybe throw a little blurb up there or something, and maybe we'll get him up there. He's close. He's within probably about 50 or 60 there, but if we can help him out, why not? So, yeah, with that being said, I am going to call it a show. Thanks again, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed the outdoors with me. Sorry about the noise now with the landscapers next door, but what can you do? What can you do? All right, we will catch you guys later. Bye for now.